Hi, and welcome to One Book Many Quizzes. I wanted to create a relaxed quiz channel, one that feels as though you're sitting at home just quizzing with a friend. With that in mind, I don't have any sort of clock or countdown on the quiz. I'll just ask you the question and then give you some time to answer it, and you can pause me if you need to. But just because it's relaxed doesn't mean that I'm going to be making those questions super simple, because we want to challenge ourselves a bit, don't we? That's what quizzing's about. This quiz has 15 questions. I'll ask each question, give you a bit of time to answer it, and then move on to the next question. Once I've asked all the questions, then I'll go through the answers with you. So that will give you a chance to pause me before that if you need to, if you want to fill in any answers or replace any answers. But remember that golden rule of quizzing, your first answer is normally the right one. Each quiz is going to have a different theme, and as we're in December, I thought I'd have a look at events that happened in December. So that's what this quiz will loosely be based around, events that happened in December or people that were born in December. I think that's everything for now, so if you're ready, grab yourself a pen and paper. Yes, I am old school and I do my quizzes with a notepad and pen. Get yourself a drink if you'd like to, settle down and let's start. Question 1. Where did Walt Disney open his first theme park in 1955? Question 2. Who was the first wife of King Henry VIII? Question 3. Which French chemist, pharmacist and microbiologist is best known for his invention of the technique of treating milk and wine to prevent bacterial contamination? Question 4. In December 1939, which Oscar-winning film starring Vivien Leigh and Clark Gable had its US premiere? Question 5. In December 1936, King Edward VIII abdicated from the British throne in order to be able to marry which American socialite? Question 6. In December 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama, which American civil rights activist refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man? Question 7. What is the name of the ship that in December 1872 was spotted abandoned and drifting hundreds of miles off course in the Atlantic, its passengers never found? Question 8. On the 14th of December 1918, thanks to the campaigning of the suffragettes, what were certain women in Britain able to do for the first time? Question 9. On the 16th of December 1773, 342 chests of which drink were famously dumped into the water at Boston Harbour? Question 10. On the 19th December 1843, which book by Charles Dickens that centres on the character of Ebenezer Scrooge was published? Question 11. In December 1955, which city was announced as the capital of Wales? Question 12. In December 1892, the first edition of which fashion magazine that is still circulating today was published? Question 13. Home of the Rockettes, which entertainment venue and theatre situated in Manhattan opened in December 1932? Question 14. Which animated American sitcom, set in the fictional town of Springfield, first aired in December 1989? And finally, question 15. In December 2001, Which Italian monument reopened to the public after 11 years and approximately £25 million spent to stabilise it? That's all 15 questions, so feel free to give me a little pause if you need a bit more time to think about anything. But remember what they always say, your first answer is normally right. When you're ready, press play on me again and I'll go through the answers. Here are your answers. Question 1, Anaheim, California. Question 2, Catherine of Aragon. Question 3, Louis Pasteur. Question 4, Gone with the Wind. Question 5, Wallis Simpson. Question 6, Rosa Parks. Question 7, the Marie Celeste. Question 8, women could vote for the first time in a general election, but they had to be over the age of 30 and meet other strict criteria, such as being a property owner. Question 9, tea. Question 10, A Christmas Carol. Question 11, Cardiff. Question 12, Vogue. Question 13, Radio City Music Hall. Question 14, The Simpsons. And finally, question 15, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They stabilised it, but with the lean. And those are all your answers. How did you do? I have more quizzes scheduled and a bumper one for Christmas, but if there are any subjects you'd like me to do a quiz on, please let me know in the comments below and I can see what I can do. I'd love to hear from you. If you did enjoy it, I'd love it if you could subscribe and we can create a little quizzing community here. I think that's all from me for today, so take care and bye for now.